Hello and welcome to Braintree High School, the second game of the season for your Braintree Womps as they take on the Needham Rockets here today. Mike Wassel for BCAM TV, and Braintree coming off their season opening win against Framingham a game ago, a 7-4 win, and Tellier getting the job done out of the bullpen, getting the win, going 5 innings, allowing 1 run, 0 of them being earned. So Braintree getting the job done from their bullpen, and the bats ended up waking up later in the game. They fell behind 3-0 in the game against the Flyers and ended up scoring 7 runs, including a big 3-run 6th to end up going ahead and staying ahead. And it'll be Andrews on the mound here today. Played shortstop in his first game, and he'll be on the mound here today for the Womps as we get ready for the second game of the season, both games being here at home. And actually Braintree will have their third consecutive home game, a game after against Norwood. So the Womps trying to do their home cooking early in the season as they have a tougher schedule coming up, actually on school break, so that'll be what Braintree is looking forward to. We'll have the top of the first coming up right after this here on BCAM TV. Back here at Braintree High School, start of the game here in the top of the first as Andrews awaits his first pitch of the game. Right-hander for the Womps, delivering a pitch, and that one fouled off and out of play. So Lusher, Cox, and Sharton, the 3 expected here in the inning for Needham. Both teams 1-0. Braintree beating Framingham 7-4. And Needham with a narrow 1-0 win over Weymouth. As that one just a little bit low. Good pitch at the knees. Andrews with the 1-1 pitch, and that one's got black on the outside. 1-2. Apparently just missed this pitch prior. That looked like a pretty similar pitch. 1-2, off-speed pitch, rolled over and foul. Andrews coming over from his normal shortstop position to pitch here today. And delivers a 1-2 right there on the corner, strike 3, got him looking. Good velocity on that pitch from Andrews as he gets the first out. And the defensive alignment for Braintree, not a ton of changes, just that shortstop position as Quigley plays third. Dennehy, who DH'd last game, is over at short for Andrews. Carney at second and Vanelli at first. In the outfield, O'Brien in left, Duffy in center, and Flannery in right as the breaking ball drops in for a strike. Kennedy doing the catching for Andrews. And again, a first pitch strike. Cox down the count, 0-1. Right-hander again with the off-speed pitch, and it's outside. 1-1 the count with nobody on and 1 down here in the top of the first inning. He went around at a pitch for strike 2. Home plate umpire checking with the first base umpire and easily going around. He broke the wrists. Andrews striking out the first batter. He's ahead 1-2, and he sent something down in the dirt trying to get him to chase, and Cox wouldn't. Braintree hoping for a much cleaner start here today than they had a game ago. Defensively, and a quicker start on the offensive side as Andrews again delivers a 2-2, and that one inside, and a full count. Three-two pitch from Andrews, and he left it up in the zone for ball 4. One on and 1 down. And for the catcher, Sharton. As Cox leads off at first. Good-sized lead as Vanelli holds him on the bag. Pitch down at the knees and just a little low. Pretty good pitch from Andrews. Right now the home plate umpire not liking those low pitches. Just hope that consistency stays the same throughout the game. 1-0 pitch, and that one hit hard down the left field line, and a fair ball as Cox rounds second, and he'll stay there as O'Brien picks it up. First hit of the game, and 2 men on here in the first. That one got by Quigley very quickly at third. So 2 men on early in the game, and Andrews going to have to get out of a jam. After he struck out the first batter, he's walked and now allowed a single. Two on, 1 down. Braintree hoping for a double play ball as the first pitch stays up in the zone for ball 1. One and 0 the count. Couple looks over at second base. Andrews winds and fires, and a good pitch. Donovan Chase. Good velocity to begin the game for Andrews. Got a good lively arm.
Go Charlie. Got a boy.
2 and 1. Runners take their lead at the respective bases. And the 2-1 pitch, and he went around. Andrews trying to bear down and get out of this jam. Braintree certainly doesn't want to fall behind game in, game out, so they'd like to have a clean inning here as this one's fouled off the screen. Andrews with a look over at second, trying to keep the runner close. Carney holding him right there and firing a 2-2. He got him to chase a pitch up and out of the zone, and he struck him out. Both outs coming via that strikeout, and Andrews now just an out away from getting out of the inning. Two on, 2 down. Top of the first inning. And the first pitch is down low for ball 1. One and 0 the count as Andrews catches the outside corner. Umpire not very deliberate with his call, so wasn't sure if that was going to be strike or a ball. It was a little bit outside, but generous call in the outer half. 1 and 1 the count. And a ball hit right at second baseman Carney, who puts it away to retire the side. 2 men left on as Andrews works out of it, and Braintree's bats will get a chance here with a scoreless game coming up. Bottom of the first inning as Kennedy steps in, and first pitch swing hits it out towards left center field, hanging up in the air for a while, and a collision out there as they put it away for the first out. That was nothing but routine. But Kennedy on the first pitch, hitting it well out to left. Kennedy retired on the first pitch as Andrews, the pitcher, steps in. He's squaring and takes it back for a strike. First 2 pitches have been fired in there for strikes from the tall southpaw. Ola delivering, and that one fouled right back off of the screen. Andrews quickly behind in the count. 0-2. That one hit right back off the pitcher as he sends it over to first, and he was hit hard. One hit him right off the chest, I think. I don't know how he was able to stay focused. That was a line shot right back at him. That's got to show some guts out there as he was hit on a line from Andrews and still able to stay focused and fire it over to first and in time for the out. So the umpire and the coach coming out to check on their pitcher, who's gotten the first 2 outs. Surprised he's still able to make that play. I mean, it was an incredible play from the pitcher. I believe he's going to stay in as he throws a couple warm-up tosses here. So far, he's delivered 2 warm-up pitches, and both of them have looked pretty good. Two outs here in the bottom of the first as Valley takes a pitch outside for ball 1. 2 very quick outs here in the bottom half of the inning. And that one on the outer half again, but missing. It's 2-0. 2-0 pitch, outside. Nelly with the big hit yesterday. Hammering a ball on a line. One hopping the fence, bringing in 2 runs. Giving Braintree the 6-4 lead at the time. They were able to add on 1 more, winning that game 7-4. And the 3-0 pitch catches the corner for strike 1. A couple raindrops coming down here in the first inning. Weren't sure if we were going to get this game in. And that one misses, and Braintree's first base runner comes from a walk. Talked about potentially thunderstorms here today, but those seem to have gone out of the forecast, and just a brief few raindrops. It actually wasn't raining at the beginning of the game, but it has just started a little bit here in the bottom half of the first as Braintree's had the first base runner. There are 2 down, and brings up a cleanup hitter, Flannery, the right fielder. And on the first pitch, right down the middle for strike 1. Braintree looking for their first hit of the game. They have the first base runner coming on a walk. And this one hit well towards short. The underhanded flip to second for the force out to end the inning as Braintree leaves a runner here in the first, and we head to the second inning, scoreless here at Braintree High School. Top of the second inning, scoreless. 6, 7, and 8 in the order for the Rockets as that one moves the batter out of the box on the first pitch from Andrews. Off-speed pitch is away. It's 2-0. Right there at the knees for a strike. Good 2-0 pitch from Andrews. Certainly not a pitch you want to swing at on a 2-0 count. Good pitcher's pitch. 2-1 is hit hard down the first base line, but foul. Taking that one the other way. Two strikeouts back in the first, and the 2-2 pitch as this one's hammered out into the stands. Andrews right back onto the rubber as this one is hit well to right field, but foul. Everything has seemed to be to the opposite side of the diamond. Right now, not getting around well on Andrews, so everything's going to right field, or at least the right field side of the diamond. As this one back at the mound. Nice play, Andrews, as he underhands it to first for the out. Both pitchers fielding their position well. Brings up the DH as Santo first pitch swinging and hammers this one off and out of play. Andrews trying to work quickly as that one's cued foul, and he's ahead 0-2. That one missing away. Had a pitch to spoil. Trying to get him to chase that one a little bit too far outside. So a pair of strikeouts back in the first. He's retired now the last three after leaving two men on. As that one misses away again, it's 2-2. And the 2-2 skips in, making a full count. Meeting at the mound as Kennedy came out, talk it over. That's the way things started in the first with a strikeout. Got a ground out this inning. And this one hit well at short. Dennehy over, and the throw across is a little bit low, but a nice stretch made by Vanelli for the second out. Andrews looking for a perfect 1-2-3 inning as we're down at the 8th spot in the order. Right fielder McKenzie. And a first pitch, ground ball back to the mound. And the second time here in the inning that Andrews, with an easy play over to first base, and a very easy inning there for Andrews on the mound, as the Womps will come to bat in a scoreless game heading to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second inning. As Quigley, Dennehy, and O'Brien, the expected 3 for Braintree here in the inning. First pitch to Quigley, and that one down at the knees for a strike. Quigley having a big hit yesterday down the right field line, a 2 RBI double. As that one skips in, evening the count at 1-1. One pitch, and that one fouled back off the screen.
Boy, 2-4.
One-two pitch to Quigley. Is that one in front of the plate? Trying to throw that off-speed pitch and get him to chase. And good patience from Quigley. Not lunging at that pitch and striking out. Firing back and delivering the 2-2 as that one misses inside. Branch's only base runner here in the game so far came on a 1-out walk, or 2-out walk rather, back in the first. Trying to get their second base runner of the game. And he hits this one out towards center field. This one hit really well as that one bounces up against the wall. And Quigley will be in there with a stand-up double to begin the inning. Excellent piece of contact from Quigley, who has now seen the ball well the first 2 games. That's his second double on the season. That one got over the center fielder's head in a hurry. And we'll see if Braintree plays some small ball here with nobody out in the second, trying to push across the first run of the game. Dennehy was able to get a sacrifice bunt in the win over Framingham, and we'll see if he's squaring here with nobody out. Squaring and taking a strike is Dennehy. Lights on here at Braintree High School. Still a few raindrops coming down, hoping that this will clear. Quigley still standing at second base after the leadoff double. And timeout called. And the pitch is hit again, out well towards center field. That'll be playable as Quigley will tag, and he'll head over to third base and get there on the sacrifice. Wasn't the bunt that Braintree may have had in mind, but able to successfully get the runner over to third base with less than 2 outs on another well-hit ball to center field. Good contact so far here in the inning. As O'Brien getting a chance. Bryan had a hit in the opening game. Looking for his first hit of the game here. Infield coming in. And this one hit out to left field, a base hit. As Braintree takes the 1-0 lead. O'Brien, as he did a game ago, going the other way with it. Good solid swing, taking it the opposite side of the field. And Braintree has struck first. Three solidly hit balls here in the inning as Braintree has the first run of the game. As O'Brien leads at first with 1 down. Duffy, the center fielder, getting his first look as that one skips in. A nice play behind the plate. Able to keep O'Brien at his spot at first. O'Brien with an excellent start to the season, coming up with another clutch hit. As that one is a check on over at first. As the sun tries to make its way out here at Braintree High School. And now head coach O'Connell talking over with the umpire. I wonder if they are thinking maybe there was a balk on the play. O'Brien leading at first, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Pitch is away, and it didn't go. Braintree trying to add to their lead. They've scored once so far here in the inning to take a 1-0 lead. As that one misses. Duffy ahead in the count. And a check on over at first. Not in time. Pitch, and that one's away for ball. They're going to call it a strike, a late strike. Umpire had both Duffy and I fooled. Both thought it was ball 4. Late strike call. And a fly ball out again to center field. This one will be put away for the second out. So it'll bring up a chance now for Kearney, who has reached base in all 3 of his plate appearances to this point here in the season. Double and a single, and a hit by pitch in his last at bat yesterday. O'Brien providing the first run of the game. He still stands at first, but there are 2 down now. Sola tries to get out of it, just allowing the 1 run. First pitch to Kearney is there for strike 1. Kennedy waiting for a chance on deck, but it's going to take something from Kearney to keep it going. And he's down the count 0-2. Again, this is a 7-inning game versus last year's 9 innings, so a little bit of a change. As Kearney goes after a pitch up in the zone, able to foul it off. Now, that was certainly a ball. Oh, 2 pitch is up in the zone. This time he doesn't chase. Two, and off the end of the bat as it heads out again towards center field, and all 3 of the outs coming by the center fielder here in the inning, but Braintree does strike for a run to take the lead after 2 innings, 1-0. We'll head to the 3rd. Top of the 3rd inning, Andrews enjoying a 1-2-3 second and delivers a first pitch ball that just missed. A long wait from the umpire behind the plate. Kennedy thought it was a strike. 9, 1, and 2 in the order, as that one's right down mainstream for strike one. One and one, the infield back. And that one catches the inner half for strike two. Anders had the batter jumping out of the box. Had 2 strikeouts back in the first inning. Looking for his third K. And the 1-2, very close pitch. Looked like the same spot as the prior one. This one not getting the call from the home plate umpire. Anders winds and fires. The 2-2 ground ball hit towards shortstop. Dennehy ranging over. He's going to take a long throw, and that one is airmailed, luckily for Braintree. Now check on over. He's going to be a close play as he rounded the bag at first.
Way to go, Jack.
Kennedy coming all the way up the line from his catcher position to back that play up. You could tell that was going to be a close play, and right when that throw left the hand from Dennehy at short, you could see it was sailing, and he was lucky that one didn't carry out of play. It would have been out of the bag. Instead, the runner stays at first. Probably go as an infield hit, but it could go either way. Check on over, close play. It's back safely. So Braintree had a leadoff runner to begin the second. Ended up scoring on the single from O'Brien after Quigley had the double to center. First time in the game that Needham has had the runner on, and they have him caught up. The throw down to first, and it's not in time as Carney was covering. Right now, Teo, lucky he's still on that base. A couple times questionable. Once rounding the bag after the ball thrown up high. Nelly holding on the runner as he winds and fires, as that one's a strike. Needham squaring, trying to push that runner over to second. Nobody out. Check on over, as Anders has fired over a couple times here in the at-bat. Runner is going, and a nice bunt as Vanelli throws down to first. The sacrifice down successfully, and the tying run now at second base with one down. It's a perfect bunt down the first base side, and the only play was to first. And as Carney came all the way over from his second base spot to cover the bag. Brings up now Cox, who walked back in the first on the full count. Hammers this one at short, and it gets through Dennehy. That could have been a double play had he caught it. That'll go as an error on the shortstop. As runners are now at the corner. And that could have been the inning-ending double play that Braintree was looking for. That one was caught on the line. It would have been an easy play over to second to double up the runner. See if Cox is on the move. Starting and then stopping, and that pitch is up high. Runner again starting and stopping as that pitch is down below the knees. Andrews hoping for a ground ball. See if Braintree puts on a play. Runner with a good-sized lead at third. See if they try and pick off. As this one is hit out towards center field. Duffy in, and he'll put it away. The runner is tagging, and he'll bluff. That was a perfect throw from the outfield position. What a nice throw from Duffy, holding the runner at third base. So Duffy with a strong arm, showing it off there. It keeps those runners put. Second at bat now for Roberts. He struck out back in the first. Braintree trying to work out of a jam. This is the second time that two runners have been on for Needham here in the game, back in the first and now here in the third. First pitch from Andrews there on the outside corner for a strike. Andrews wearing away at that outside corner. Certainly a pitcher's pitch, and it's going to make the batter try and go the other way. If he tries to pull it, he's going to roll it over, as that one is a strike. The throw down is not in time. Two in scoring position now, and a hit could give Needham the lead. Two on, two down here in the top of the third. Braintree holding on to a 1-0 lead. Nice block by Kennedy behind the plate. That would have potentially pushed the tying run across had it got by him. And that one misses away for ball 4. Second walk surrendered here in the game by Andrews, and the bases are loaded here for the Rockets. Golden chance to try and tie it, if not take the lead, but there are two down here in the inning. First pitch from Andrews is right down the middle for strike one. Andrews getting ahead here in the count. Trying to get out of this jam without allowing a run. A 1 pitch right there on the inner corner, and he's ahead 0-2. Good pitch. This would be a huge spot for Braintree to get out of it. Runners lead at their bases. Bases are full. The 0-2 pitch from Andrews is up and out of the zone. He didn't chase. Wasn't all that tempting. Missed well outside. It's a good idea to elevate that fastball, but it's got to be in the vicinity of the plate to try and get him and chase it. Off-speed pitch rolled over, and Carney going to fire to first, and it's in time as Braintree works out of the jam. What a nice job by Andrews throwing that big off-speed pitch as the Rockets leave the bases loaded here in the inning. They've left 5 now through 3. And Braintree still leading as we head to the bottom half of the third, 1-0. Bottom of the third inning here at Braintree High School. Top of the order for Braintree here in the inning. Kennedy leading things off, and the first pitch to him is going to be away for ball 1. First pitch you saw here in the game, he hit it well, but out to center field, which was caught. He is a very aggressive batter, doesn't wait around. He wants to swing at that first good pitch. And that one skips in. It's 2-0. 2-0 the count to the Braintree catcher. As that one misses, it's 3-0. Toller right now in danger of walking his second batter, which he does on 4 pitches. That one not even close. And that puts Braintree's leadoff runner on for the second consecutive inning. And now brings up the starter, Andrews. Hit one right back off the pitcher back in the first inning on a scary moment as Andrews lays down the bunt, and it's a fair ball. So it ends up working out in the favor of Braintree, as Andrews thought it was foul, but it actually worked out just okay. So we've seen both teams now sacrifice here in the game as it brings up Vanelli with a runner at second and one down. Vanelli looking to put a good swing on a ball here, give Braintree an insurance run. Vanelli walked back in the first. Kennedy leads at second with one out. Big off-speed pitch stays up. Pretty good pitch, but it stayed up in the zone. Left-hander looking to work out of another jam as Vanelli takes a pitch out of the zone for a ball. Kennedy leading at second, and the pitch there for a strike. Braintree trying to score again for the second consecutive inning. It's nice to see a goose egg up there on the board on the other side. Braintree's pitching has done well here in the game so far, and that one missing away. Kennedy, who walked, is still standing at second after a sacrifice from Andrews. And Vanelli with a late swing and a miss. Took something off that and had Vanelli out in front. Good power that Vanelli has. Saw it on display in the Super 8. We saw it in the last game in the win over Framingham, as he's able to spoil that one off onto the Alumni Stadium turf behind the baseball field, off to the left. Vanelli hits this one out towards left field. This one is hit well. Long run in left. That one's not going to be caught. That'll get up against the fence, and Vanelli again getting the job done, bringing home Kennedy from second on an RBI double. His third RBI already here in the season, as Braintree goes up 2-0. Vanelli showing that good opposite field power, which was the same exact swing we saw from O'Brien. Obviously it didn't go as far, but same exact mindset from the batter, trying to go the other way, and that's exactly what they did, and it's worked out perfectly. And that puts another runner in scoring position for Flannery, who takes a pitch for a ball. Lined out sharply, too short in his first at bat. So Braintree up 2-0 here in the third. Looking for more. Runner at second and just the one out. So the leadoff walks come back to haunt Holler as this one is grounded to the right side of the infield. The first baseman with a long run. He'll get there in time. But it does bring over Vernelli to third base with 2 down. Brings up Quigley. Had a long double to center field. One hopping the fence. That got the Braintree rally going in the second. Trying to take another good swing here. A single would do just the trick. Even a pass ball, which we haven't seen yet on either side. The catching has really been superb the first 2 games from both teams, both Braintree and their opponent. Framingham in the last one and here today against Needham. 2-0 to lead, and Quigley watches that one bounce in the dirt and right on cue. Nice block behind the plate. So Vernelli leading at third base. Came up with the RBI double. Still standing there now with 2 down. And the pitch is outside. Quigley awaiting the pitch. A left-hander, it's up in the zone. He's behind him now, 3-0. In danger now of walking his second batter of the inning. And he walked him on 4 pitches. Second time here in the inning. We've seen a 4-pitch walk. First to Kennedy, now to Quigley. And now we'll see a quick visit from the pitching coach as he'll come out and talk here at the mound with runners at the corner and 2 down. Braintree struck for 1 so far here in the inning. Scored once in the second, 1 so far here in the third. Brings up the shortstop, Dennehy, who flied out to center field in his first at bat. And we'll see head coach O'Connell talk to his 2 runners. See if they put a play on here with 2 down. More often than not, we see the runner going from first. And generally, we don't see a throw through from the catcher. And we'll see if that is going to be the case put on by Braintree. There's also a potential that Quigley could try and run from first and get caught in a rundown and see if Vernelli can squeeze in the back door. But all those things are just thoughts. Runners at the corners for Dennehy. 0 for 1 here in the game, and the first pitch to him is down below the knees for ball 1. He's thrown 5 out of the zone in a row. This is where Braintree was so good a season ago, giving themselves a cushion as the game goes on, taking advantage of mistakes. And there is a strike to even the count at 1-1. Anders right now pitching pretty well. Hasn't allowed a run yet, but has thrown a lot of pitches through the first 3, and he's gotten out of 2 men on in the first and a bases-loaded jam back in the third. As the runner goes, but timeout was called. I don't know if that was timeout called by the catcher or the batter. That was late either way, one way or the other. I think the home plate umpire was explaining to the head coach for Needham that I think it was called by the catcher, the timeout. As Quigley leads at first, Vanelli at third. Quigley was going on the last pitch, and first to check on over at him. So Quigley has been on base both times. He's been at the plate, once on a double, this time on a walk. The first walk came back to haunt the Rockets. We'll see if this one does as well. 2-0 the lead here in the third. Sharply hit ball towards short, and a tough play, and it eats him up as the third run of the game comes across on a tough play at short. So Dennehy able to get on base. That was a tough play to make on the backhand, but it was probably a makeable play. That'll probably go as an error. Braintree more than okay with that to go up 3-0. As the inning continues, here for O'Brien. Had an opposite field a single in his first plate appearance as the left fielder takes a pitch in there for a strike. Braintree getting scoring opportunities early in this one versus a game ago. And that one is in there for a strike. Looks like a little stirring will occur here in the pen for Needham as they try and get a pitcher loosened. There are 2 outs here in the third, but Braintree struck for 2. And the pitcher steps off. Two on, 2 down here in the bottom of the third, and again timeout called, this time by the catcher. Duffy awaiting a chance on deck, but it's going to take something from O'Brien here to keep the inning going. One and 2 the count. Here to O'Brien. Quigley at second, Dennehy at first. 3-0 the lead here in the third for the Womps. And again, the pitcher stepping off. It's occurred twice here in the at-bat. You can see that the pitcher right now is not comfortable at all on the mound. Confidence starting to be on the decline as O'Brien chases the pitch and strikes out to end the inning. So that'll do it here for the Womps as O'Brien went after a pitch outside of the zone, but Braintree does strike for 2 here in the inning and add to their lead. Is 3-0 after 3. Top of the 4th inning here at Braintree High School. The Womps scored 2 times back in the bottom half of the third to lead 3-0 as Anders back out there for his 4th inning of work. And the first pitch to Foley is out of the zone for ball 1. 6, 7, and 8 in the order. And going after a high pitch, fouling it off the screen. Very tough to lay off pitches up in the zone. That one up around the letters. Anders winds and delivers that one down in the zone as Kennedy fires it back. Much better beginning to this game for the Womps than the win over Framingham, as that one's fouled off and out of play. 2 and 2. 2-2 pitch, and it's hit well out there towards right field, and Flannery in on the move for the running catch. Anders getting the opening out here of the fourth. Pretty good ride put into that one. Brings up the DH as Sasanto takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Anders doing a very good job here today getting the leadoff runners and throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, which has boded well for him. He has walked two, but he settled down and got out of jams as this one's cued towards right field. The long run for Vanelli. He won't get there in time. But Anders is ahead in the count now, 0-2. Santo grounded out to short in his first plate appearance. That one misses just off the plate. 1-2. Anders trying to get through 4 complete. He's got 1 out so far, and he's ahead 1-2. As that one misses away. 2-2 pitch from Anders and a hard hit ground ball towards second base. Carney able to knock it down and fire it across in time. Nice play by Carney, staying with the play after initially had eaten him up, staying with it and firing it over to first in time for the second out. So important as a fielder to stay with the play, and Carney did just a nice job at that. Had a tough go at it in the opening game with the wind playing with him on a couple fly balls, but able to secure the out on that particular play with now 2 down and a big swing and a miss. Right fielder batting for his second time here in the game. He grounded back to the mound in the second inning. 0-1 pitch, and that's there for a strike. Good pitch. Second straight batter that Anders has gotten ahead, 0-2. Trying for a perfect inning here in the fourth. All the momentum on Braintree's side. Anders winds and delivers as that one is down. Both of the strikeouts that Anders has produced here in the game have come back in the first inning. 1-2 pitch, ground ball hit up the middle and into center field. A 2-out base hit here in the fourth. Put a runner at first. Brings up the number 9 hitter in the order as Mateo getting a chance with 2 down. There are 2 outs. And Braintree wanting to bring the outfield in, especially in left field, in the form of O'Brien. And the pitch there for a strike. McKenzie breaking up the chance for a perfect 1-2-3 inning from Andrews, and he's now had to throw a couple extra pitches. Seen Andrews throw over there a couple times here, looking for a pickoff attempt. The 0-1 pitch, and that one hit out towards left field. O'Brien back a few steps, but he's got it sized up, and he puts it away to end the inning. So Andrews works around a 2-out single, and he's still put zeros up on the board here in the game as the Wamps lead 3-0 heading to the bottom half of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth inning, and the new pitcher on as Cox comes over from third base, and on the first pitch, a high fly ball out to left. As Duffy flies out on the first pitch, he sees a couple flyouts for Duffy here in the game, one to left and one to center. So Holder's book is closed. 3 innings pitched, 3 runs, 2 earned. Brings up Carney at the number 9 spot in the order. Takes a pitch out of the zone. Carney flied out to center. Back in the 2nd inning. Reached base on all 3 plate appearances in the opening game. And that one's up in the zone for a ball. Another pitch up in the zone. Carney's now ahead. As that one's in there for a late strike. Carney was ready to fire the bat away. Thought he had a walk. And that one's upstairs for a ball. As he walks him. 4th walk surrendered by Rocket pitching, and the last 2 have come back to haunt. Pinch runner coming in as Carnes will run now for Carney. Carney has excellent speed, so a little surprising to see the running move there, but it's a nice little touch to get Carnes into the game, whatever role he can get in there. So the sun now making its way out here at Braintree High School after we had cloudy skies and a few raindrops at the beginning of the game. That one skips in, and Carnes takes off on contact, and he's down to second base. Good aggressive base running there by Carnes. Once he saw the ball hit the dirt, he took off. So another runner in scoring position with just 1 out. Again, the Womps trying to make that walk hurt. Kennedy walked his last time, looking for his first hit of the season, and he takes a pitch for a strike. Off-speed pitch, and that one nearly hit him. They call that a strike. Kennedy can't believe it. Kennedy looking to take a good swing at a pitch. He's hit the ball well this season, but hasn't come up with a base hit yet. Hits this one off to left center. It's going to be trouble. Long run, and the 2 outfielders colliding and not making the play. Second time in the game, the left and center fielder colliding, and they're both shaken up on the play. They are able to get back up to their feet, but that was a brutal collision as the 2 players coming into the slide, trying to make the play, and it ultimately drops in between the 2. So Kennedy does come up with his first hit of the game, the seeing eye hit, landing between left and center fields. As Braintree has, again, runners at the corners. There is only 1 out here in the 4th. So runners at the corners. Braintree a chance here to blow it open here in the 4th. And Anders with a chance to help himself out on the mound. He's gone the first 4. Hasn't allowed a run yet. And a chance now for the Womps. Blow the game wide open. Kennedy leading off of first. Carnes off of third. He pinch ran for Carney. The runner goes, and that one down in the dirt, and Kennedy will easily take second. Second time Braintree's gotten a free bag here in the inning with balls down in the dirt. Carnes with a good read, and that time Kennedy was going anyway. And that made it an easy steal. With the ball hitting the dirt. Braintree's speed on display here in the inning. 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out. Pitch to Andrews, and that one is outside for a ball. Fastball, and that one missed. Pretty good pitch. But Cox has struggled a little bit with his control since coming on here in the inning. And there is another walk. So the base is full of Womps here in the 4th inning, and it brings up Braintree's DH, sometimes first baseman, actually has been the first baseman the last year or so, but Vanelli has the great power. Last year was playing DH and first base, switching off with Casey, but this year getting the starts at first. And that one's up in the zone, and Cox a little bit wild here in the inning, and Braintree not swinging at those pitches. Vanelli has been on base both times. He's walked and doubled. One of those doubles produced a run for the Womps. They're up 3-0. And that one's up. And right now the Rockets in danger of allowing the Womps to get a free pass and a free run. Nobody warming right now for Needham in the pen. Looks like it's going to be Cox. They're going to ride him for a little while. And that one missed on 4 pitches. Vanelli walks in the 4th run of the game. Second RBI produced by Vanelli here in the game, and Braintree's up 4-0. The base is still loaded. As again, the pitching coach, who's been very busy here in the game, coming out. So Flannery 0 for 2 here in the game. Flannery so far has had a couple hits on the season, 2 for 4 in the opening game, but 0 for 2 here today. So the meeting has adjourned at the mound. Braintree has brought on a pinch runner for Vanelli at first base, as Donahue, who ran back the last game, is back in again to run as the infield comes in. The first pitch to Flannery's in there for a strike. Flannery looking for his first hit of the game, and this would be a chance to blow it wide open, blow the doors right off the game. And another pitch right there for a strike. So after the meeting at the mound, Cox has fired 2 straight pitches, and seem to be 2 pretty good pitches that Flannery may have wanted to swing at. But obviously he's been wild, so you weren't going to swing at the first one at least. Trying to stay strong with 2, and that one wild, as that one misses out of the zone. Kennedy at third, Andrews at second, Donahue, who pinch ran, for Vanelli at first. 1-2 the count, as that one misses away, evening the count at 2-2. This inning has gone on a while, a lot of walks. 2-2 pitch on the way, it's up in the zone. 3-2 pitch, and it's outside. Ball 4, second straight batter that has been walked in, and head coach coming out. There was nobody warming, but gonna take him out now, as the third baseman now will come on to pitch as we have a pitching change here at Braintree High School. The Womps now have scored twice so far here in the fourth inning to lead 5-0 as Cox comes off. Walked 4 batters in the inning, including walking in 2, as we'll take a break here with the pitching change on the mound. New pitcher on, and it gives a chance now for Quigley with the bases still loaded and still just 1 out. First pitch swing, and this one is hit out towards the stands. And that one is a foul ball. Quigley a perfect 2 for 2 here in the game and takes that one away for a ball. One to Quigley. Is this one off and out of the play? Quigley getting a couple good swings here in the at-bat. Has that one up high. Bases loaded, filled with runners. 5-0 to score, and that one spins him out of the zone. Pitching has been very erratic here in this fourth inning. Already walked 4 batters, and right now he's got to throw a strike here, otherwise there'd be a third consecutive batter run in. Walked in. 3-2 pitch, and that one's there on the corner for strike 3 as Quigley takes a walk back to the dugout, retired for the first time here in the game. Chance now for Dennehy. Reached on an error last time. Pushed across a run on the play as he hit the ground ball to short and ate up the shortstop. And the first pitch in there for a strike. So Needham left the bases loaded back in the third. Trying to do the same thing. Trying to keep the bases loaded here for Braintree and at least keep it in shouting distance. If Braintree gets a hit here, it would really make this one tough to overcome. A long fly ball to deep left field, but that'll be playable, and that'll put it away on a well-hit ball by Dennehy. Maybe on a warmer afternoon, that one may have carried a little further. As Braintree strikes for 2 here in the inning, and as we head to the 5th, it's 5-0. Top of the 5th inning, Braintree up 5-0. As Anders is back out there, back to the top of the order for the third time, as that one made contact with the batter. Kennedy may have said that he spun into that, which kind of looked like it did. So that puts the leadoff runner on after a long wait in between innings for Andrews as this game pushed across 2 runs. They did leave the bases loaded, though, in the 4th. And the first pitch to Cox is upstairs. He's reached both times, once on a walk and an error. Nelly holding on the runner. And the pitch there on the corner for a strike. Braintree looking for a double play ball on the ground. Cox certainly a candidate for that. And the off-speed pitch, good pitch right there at the knees, drops in there. Strike 2. So nobody out here in the top of the fifth. There is a runner at first, but right now Andrews ahead, 1 and 2 on Cox. Off speed again. This one hit well and into center field as he hung that one a little. Dennehy with the good diving attempt, not able to make the play on it, and Andrews knows he made a mistake there. Third time on base for Cox here in the game. He gave up a couple runs back in the bottom half of the fourth as he walked in 2 runners for the Womps. Brings up the catcher now as he takes a pitch right down the middle for a strike. Womps up 5, but their lead right now, a little bit of jeopardy as the Rockets trying to cut into it. A fly ball off towards right field. This should be playable as it's put away. The runner tagging, and the throw will be made. No, they won't make one. As the runner tags and heads to third. Very aggressive base running. I don't know if you would do that up by 5. That was rather lucky. That was cut off, and it could have been a play that would have been made. Obviously, Braintree would have thrown that through in a 1 or 2 run game, but up by 5, not taking a chance of throwing it away. So runners at the corners with 1 down. Brings up the first baseman. He has struck out and walked. Braintree will surrender the runs, looking for the out. And a weak ground ball hit towards first. The runner isn't going, and Vanelli makes the play at first. So 2 straight outs after 2 consecutive base runners reached, and Anders now just a pitch away from getting out of it. There are 2 runners in scoring position, though, with 2 down here for the Rockets. Braintree have 5-0. As Anders tries to make his way through 5 innings. First pitch from the right-hander, and that one catches the outside corner for strike 1. Quigley a step on the grass, now backpedaling, even with the bag at third. Anders focused on the batter, as that one just outside, and it's 1-1. So with the exception of Quigley, the defense back all the way around. And the 1-1 right there again. Good spot, outer half. Same pitch, same result, 1-2. Two strikeouts in the game. Those both came back in the first. Anders trying to get through 5, and that one spoiled off and off the screen. Second and third, 2 down. And again, the 1-2 pitch. Anders winds and fires. Off-speed pitch. Excellent pitch as Kennedy holds it there for an extra couple seconds, and the umpire wouldn't pull the trigger. That one right there at the knees. Had him frozen. Very easily could have been the 3rd strikeout of the game. 2-2 as this one is hit out towards second and into right field. So that'll push across 2 runs after it looked like Anders may have struck him out. It's the first 2 runs coming across, surrendered by Anders here in the inning. Pitch ago, it looked like he had a good strike 3 pitch, but just a little bit low apparently. As that one's fouled off the screen. Thinking back to the bottom half of the 4th, Braintree left the bases loaded. They did score twice, but had a chance really to blow it wide open. It was 5-0. It's now 5-2. trying to get through 5 innings. As Andrews pitched very well here in the game. The off-speed pitch, this one hit out towards second, and this time it'll be put away by Carnes at second base to end the inning. The Rockets do score for the first time here in the game. They push across 2 as we head to the bottom half of the 5th. It's 5-2 Womps. Bottom of the 5th inning. Needham on the board for the first time here in the game as O'Brien takes a pitch outside. Roberts back on the mound. He came in relief, getting the final 2 outs back in the 4th, getting them out of a bases-loaded jam. And O'Brien takes a pitch for a strike. O'Brien has singled and produced an RBI, and he struck out. Braintree trying to improve to 2-0 on the season. See if Braintree gets some action out in the pen. It looks like Andrews' night may be done after 5, as O'Brien takes a pitch for a strike. And it looks like Vanelli will be the one who will be set to warm. See if he can get the final 2 innings under his belt, and Braintree wants more runs. Pitch to O'Brien, and that one is outside. Bottom of the order expected for Braintree, 7, 8, and 9. O'Brien, Duffy, and I believe Carnes, who came in for Carney. That one way upstairs. Braintree has been aided by walks here in the game. Hoping for another one here to begin the inning. Pitch, and that one missed away. He walked another. And Braintree has all season, and they will continue to do as the season moves on, bring in pinch runners, this time for O'Brien. As Valicenti will run at first. See if Braintree puts the runner in motion with nobody out in the 5th. Down at the bottom half of the order. Again, Vanelli is warming in the pen and seemingly will come in the top of the 6th. Duffy is squaring. Braintree wants that runner in scoring position. Duffy gets a nice bunt down the first base line. They want to roll it foul, and it is a foul ball. That was an excellent bunt. Just rolling foul at the last second. And it was very close to a bunt single had that stayed right on the chalk. So Duffy has turned into a very good bunter early in the season. He's been called upon to put down some bunts. He's gotten the job done. See if he puts the play on again. He is squaring early. Takes it back. And the runner is caught off the bag. He's lucky he gets back as the throw is off the mark. Valicenti with a smile over to the first base coach, Cam Fox, but it wouldn't have been a smile had he been tagged out. And that one on the outside corner for strike 3, so Duffy not able to get the bunt down and ends up striking out. 0 for 3 here in the game. So Carnes coming on 2 hit. Played the field last half inning. Hitting in the bottom spot in the order, number 9 spot for Carney, as that one is down and away for ball 1. Fouled off and out of play. 1-1, and that one catches the inner half as Carnes was darting out of the box. 1-2 the count. See if Alicente's on the move with 2 strikes. He's not going, and that one gets away. He'll get down to second uncontested. As he takes a wide turn at second. This is the now 3rd wild pitch of the game we've seen. All those going against Needham. Finelli's still warming in the pen. Alicente at second as Carnes trying to produce an RBI here with 1 down on the count. As that one's down in the dirt. Payoff pitch to Carnes, and he spoils that one off. Finelli is warmed, and he's ready to come in. Braintree right now trying to add to the lead. And that one skips in for ball 4. Second walk of the inning. Braintree trying to pad their lead. Back to the top of the order for the 4th time through. Kennedy's reached base twice. He's singled and walked. He's also flied out to center. He is a very aggressive hitter, so don't be surprised if he swings at this first pitch. First pitch to Kennedy, and he swings right at it, hammers it to right field. That's going to get down. That'll bring home at least 1. That's going to bring home 2 runs on Kennedy's triple as he rounds second, and he'll get over to third base with the 2 RBI triple to really blow the doors open. First pitch swinging, gets the fastball, and absolutely smokes it out in the gap in right field. So Kennedy wasn't able to get anything going in the opening game against Framingham. He's had 2 hits here in the game, and now his first 2 RBI of the season. I had a feeling that Kennedy would swing at that first pitch, and he did. He got a great pitch to hit after the walk. Stands at third base. And it's a squeeze play, which is put down perfectly. Beautiful job as Andrews gets the bunt down, and Braintree gets another run. Excellent fundamental baseball shown by Andrews as Braintree's pushed across 3 here in the inning. So the Rockets scored twice in the top half of the inning, but Braintree struck for 3 so far as the bases are now empty with 2 down for Finelli. Now 1 down in the dirt for ball 1. Very rarely you'll see a squeeze play in a game. Generally it's in a close game, but Braintree putting it on as Finelli pops this one sky high in the infield as the catcher comes over and misplays the fly ball. That was a tough play as that one was hit a mile high up in the air by Finelli. Right now the Rockets can't catch a break here in the game. A couple of defensive miscues have cost them, as well as the walks. The walks have really been a story here in the game, especially back last inning where they walked in 2 runs. Finelli watches that one out of the zone. So back to Andrews, had the squeeze bunt, also had another sacrifice earlier in the game, and walked as Finelli hammers that one out of play. Braintree up 6 here in the 5th. 2 down, base is empty. And the 2-2 pitch to Vanelli, and he struck him out. Vanelli retired for the first time here in the game, and that does it here in the 5th for Braintree, but they push across 3 more big runs. Capped off with the big 2 RBI triple by Kennedy, and Braintree heads to the 6th, up 8-2. Top of the 6th inning here at Braintree High School. The book closed now on Andrews as Vanelli will come on. Andrews pitching 5 innings, allowing 5 hits and 2 runs here in the game as Vanelli comes in, trying to close the door. With Braintree 3 more runs back in the bottom half of the 5th to lead 8-2. It'll be the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9 for the Rockets. And the first pitch from Vanelli is away for ball 1. Always tough coming out of the pen, especially as a routine infielder. Takes a lot longer to get warm as a pitcher. As Vanelli fires a pitch, and that one right into the Braintree dugout. That was a scorching hit into the Braintree dugout. You can see a couple players and coaches jumping out of the way. Looked like it may have hit Joe Belmosto on the way through. As Cam Fox jumped over the ball and swinging through that pitch as Vanelli has fired back-to-back strikes. One-two pitch, and that one's just off the plate. Vanelli also having to deal with the sun as he comes on. Gets the signs from his catcher, Kennedy. 2-2 count. And that one fouled straight back off the screen. So Kerry coming over to play first base as Vanelli came on to pitch. Again, the 2-2, as that one is low and in the dirt. So Andrews does stay in the game, and he plays short. Three-two pitch, and a ground ball cued foul. Again, the payoff pitch from Vanelli. 3-2 as this one is popped up. As this one heads towards the stands. Again, 3-2 pitch, and it's in there, strike 3. Got him looking. Long at bat ends in the strikeout. Santo ends 0 for 3. McKenzie getting his third look. As that one is at the knees, but a ball. Good pitch. Big swing and a miss. So there's one out here in the 6th. Vanelli trying to get the final 5 outs. That one popped a mile high up in the air. Kennedy, a long run, and he's not able to make the play on it. We saw the Needham catcher not make a play, and that was a tough one. I think may have been an easier play for Kerry to come in and make the play from his first base spot, even potentially Vanelli coming over from the mound. That one was hit an absolute mile up in the air. Very tough to practice that. I mean, it's tough to simulate something like that, hit so high like that in the air. Vanelli is ahead in the count, though, trying to get his second out here of the inning, as that one is low. Braintree continuing to have some left-handed action up in the pen. I don't know if Vanelli will go 1 or 2 here to finish the game. 2-2 pitch, and it's hit well to left field, but that'll stay in the yard as O'Brien comes in and puts it away. So 2 down here in the 6th as Vanelli's gotten his first 2. Bottom of the order now, number 9 man, as the center fielder Teo takes a pitch down and out of the zone for a ball. Two and 0. The left-hander Tenney up in the pen, throwing. Could just be getting in some work, or he could be coming in the 7th. Perfect pitch in there for a strike. 2-1. Nobody on and 2 down here in the 6th. Vanelli looking for a clean inning as that one misses away, and it's 3-1. We had cloudy skies and some raindrops in the beginning of the game, and now sunny skies, perfect game temperatures. 3-1 pitch right down the middle for strike 2. Needham needs a runner. They have 2 down here in the 6th, down to the final 4 outs in the game. Braintree looking to improve to 2-0, trying to continue on the right path here in the beginning part of the season. He struck him out on a pitch away. Got him to lunge at that one and struck him out. So a couple strikeouts in the inning there for Vanelli as he pitches a perfect 6th. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning. 8-2 Braintree. Bottom of the 6th inning here at Braintree High School. The Womps up 8-2. As the first pitch to Flannery is in there for a strike. 4, 5, and 6. Flannery, Quigley, and Dennehy. Obviously barring any defensive changes. Pitches away. It's 1-1. So Roberts trying to close out here in the 6th. Braintree trying to get 3 more outs to secure the victory. As this one is hit out towards center field off the end of the bat. It didn't carry as well as Flannery had hoped, but a long fly ball out here to begin the inning. So he finishes 0 for 3 in the game, but he did have an RBI walk. Brings up Quigley. He's doubled, walked, and struck out here in the game. And on his first pitch, he thought about it, but it held up. 4-1. So Tenney's still warming in the pen. Assume he'll probably come in the 7th, even though Vanelli had a good 1, 2, 3, 6th. As that one is high and tight to Vanelli, to Quigley, spins him out of the box. Rockets have been able to get the first out here of the inning. And the 2-0 fastball is there at the knees for a strike. Long fly ball off to right field. That'll be out of play. Roberts has been able to battle back after throwing 2 out of the zone to begin the at-bat. It's now 2-2, and Quigley chases a pitch up in the zone, but he fouls it off. Two off the end of the bat, and that one's going to get in there in right field. The seeing eye single. Good sliding attempt from the second baseman coming out. But that one hit in the right spot by Quigley, who's come up with his second hit of the game, and he's now reached base for his third time. So Kerry battling, or pinch hitting in this at bat here for Dennehy. Dennehy was playing short, but then Andrews came over to play after he exited the game for Vanelli. And now Kerry, who is playing first, is pinch hitting. Or at least hitting in the spot as he swings and fouls that one off and out of play. Kerry saw some time at third during the preseason, but playing here at first. And the pitch, a well-hit ball out there towards left field. That'll hang up there for the center fielder, who makes a play on it for the second out. Pretty well-hit ball. So Kerry retired for his first and only at-bat of the game. And it brings up now O'Brien. Seems to be one of the crowd favorites here at Braintree High School. He's got a pretty good fan section out there, right behind the Braintree dugout, cheering his name. As the pitch is in there for a strike, the runner goes, and Quigley steals it uncontested. Looked like the start and stop move by Quigley. As the catcher looked over, he wasn't going. Then all of a sudden he turned his head and he went. Ryan had an RBI single back in the second inning, shooting it out to left field, trying to produce something with 2 down here in the 6th. Pitches up and high and out of the zone. Actually just an inning away from picking up their second win of the season, both here at home, as that one catches the outside corner for a strike. O'Brien hits it well towards second, but he ranges over, throw across, and a long stretch, able to make contact with the bag to end the inning as Braintree leaves Quigley at second, and we'll head to the 7th and final frame here at Braintree High School. The Womps up 8-2. Top of the 7th inning, the Womps up 8-2. Vanelli back in to finish the job, and his first pitch is a strike. In his first inning of work in the 6th, he struck out 2 of the 3 batters. The other one he got to fly out to left. Off-speed pitch as that one misses out of the zone. So the Womps trying to finish it off here in the inning. As that one is foul tipped and held on to by Kennedy behind the plate. One-two pitch from Vanelli, a late lunge and strike 3. Struck out 3 of the 4 batters. You could see he was well off balance in that at bat and just overmatched by Vanelli's pitching. Vanelli with some deceptive speed behind his fastball. One out here in the 7th. Cox trying to be retired for the first time in the game, and the off-speed pitch missing for ball 1. Vanelli right back onto the rubber and delivers a pitch as that one's fouled off and out of play. So Vanelli, just like Andrews, getting right back onto the mound and delivering pitches very quickly. Doesn't want to waste any time. Big Bruins game coming up later, and all the players on the team can't wait for that one. You can see Vanelli wants to finish it off now. 2-1 the count as Vanelli trying to retire Cox for the first time here in the game. He singled, reached on an error, and walked. And that one misses, and he's ahead 3-1. See if he has the green light. They need base runners. And 3-1, he swings right through it. Full count. Vanelli looking for his 4th strikeout since coming on. And the 3-2 pitch, and it's right there, strike 3, no swing. Second straight batter that has been frozen on a fastball on the outside corner. 2 down here in the 7th. Take something here from the catcher Sharton as this one is fouled back and out of play. Vanelli has retired all 5 of the batters he's faced since coming on in relief of Andrews, who is in line for the win. Ground ball hit to third. Quigley, nice range. The throw across is in time to do it. And Braintree's defense exceptional here today. Got the pitching from Andrews and Vanelli and got the timely hits when they needed them. And the Womps win their 2nd game of the season. 8-2 here today over Needham. And Andrews picking up the win, going 5 strong, giving up 5 hits and 2 runs. Just an excellent performance here today as Vanelli came in out of the pen and shut down all 6 of the batters he faced as Braintree wins 8-2. We'll have a post-game wrap-up right after this. Hello and welcome back to Braintree High School. I'm here with the star of the game, Jack Andrews, the winning pitcher here for Braintree High School as they beat Needham 8-2. And Jack, really, it started from the beginning. You were able to have a pretty good first inning. Then you got yourself in a jam in the 3rd. But what did it talk about knowing that your offense kind of struggled a little bit at the beginning yesterday against Framingham, but you guys were able to produce some runs? Did that give you some early breathing room?
Yeah, absolutely. I always look for the middle of the lineup because my number 5, Brent Quigley, he's always there to help us out in the middle. And then the end of the lineup has been helping us out too. They've been producing pretty well.
And obviously you got that big 2 RBI triple from Kennedy back, I think it was in the 6th inning, to really blow it open. And how does that make you feel knowing on the mound that any game it could be somebody else, whether it's Quigley, Kennedy, could be Vanelli, could be yourself? I mean, what does it talk about 1 through 9? You guys have a great order.
Yeah, the younger kids, they actually have been stepping up too. They could actually get the big hits for us, and it helps. It really does.
And obviously you guys are without Files. He's been sidelined with the back injury. But you talk about the younger guys. I mean, you talk about O'Brien stepping in left field, had a couple big hits the last few games, and you have Duffy out in center. I mean, just what does that show? How does this Braintree program just produce good players consistently year in, year out?
Always. They've been starting since freshman year. They know what they're coming into. Mr. O'Connell expects a lot from them, and they're doing good.
So congratulations on the win, Jack. You guys are
Thank
2-0. Closing it out here, Braintree beats Needham 8-2 to improve to 2-0 on the season. For Christine Patterson, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.